welcome to your yoga class. We've got 45 minutes of fun coming your way. Any injuries or early pregnancies, you have your doctor's clearance, and just grab onto a mat, grab onto a bottle of water if you want. If you do want to have blocks just help you when we go for a twist or you can't reach the floor when we're going for those twists, or just altogether just need that extra little stability. If you don't have a block and you want to use a book, go for it. Now remember, we've been doing this for a while, so if this is your first time tuning in with me, just take it easy, do what you can do. And then the last few minutes of class, I'll give you the instructions of going into a nice little cool down and easing it up and putting all that goodness, and then I'll pull you out as well. So thank you for joining me, who's ever joining me. Again, so any injuries or early pregnancies, you have your doctor's clearance. Do what feels right, and if it just all gets too much, just give yourself a break, okay? So we're gonna come into our nice little child's pose to start. So big toes together, open the knees nice and wide, sit down into your heels, and reach those arms nice and long. Allowing your forehead to come down to the mat, bums into your heels, relax your shoulders. Again, if reaching out feels a little bit too much, don't reach out too far. And if you just want to keep your arms down by your side, keep your arms down by your side. Gentle little rock side to side, remembering to breathe. And then we'll softly walk our fingertips over to the right side of our mat. Get that nice long lengthening from our left pinky finger through our left forearm, bicep, tricep, reaching that left arm a little bit further, so you're feeling that nice stretch in your left shoulder. Trying your best to stay anchored into your left bum, and then I want you to feel that nice stretch going down the side of your left waistline, which is your oblique, and then into your left glute. And then softly, let's bring our fingers or tips over to the left side. Sit into your right bum to start with, and then feel that beautiful stretch coming from your right pinky through your right forearm, your right bicep, tricep, your right shoulder, and then down the right side of your waistline, your oblique, into your right glute. Softly bring your hands into the middle, reach out nice and long, send those fingertips out nice and wide, and then softly pop yourselves up into a forward point kneeling. Now walk your hands back, wrists are in line with the shoulders, knees are in line with the hips. Open your fingertips nice and wide so you push down into the palm of the hands, and we're softly going to go through some nice cat-cow. So bring your spine, tuck your eyes, look at your thighs, arching the back. Softly come through the middle, allowing your belly to come into the direction of the mat. Eye gaze softly looks up at the ceiling, get that nice arch of your spine. And we'll continue that flow, just going back and forth from our cat and cows. Again, remembering to breathe. Beautiful, guys, and then we're going to come into our thread the needle. So we're going to take our right arm up nice and high in the air. We take that inhale in, and with our exhale, so they come all the way down to our right cheek comes down to the mat. Right arm comes underneath our left. And then we reach up nice and high. Eye gaze follows those fingertips. And reach down. And reach up nice and high. And then softly bring it back down. This last one, we stay that a little bit longer. So we're just staying here. First things first, we're going to walk our left fingertips all the way up to the top of the mat. Feeling that nice stretch coming through the left shoulder. Too strong, just bring it back. And then we're softly going to bring your left hand back and then send your left hand so it gently floats onto your lower back. Again, another little stretch for our left shoulder. Maybe lift our left fingertips till they come to that imaginary little right pocket. And then softly place our left hand back down, reach the right arm back up in the air, and then send the right hand down. And then we got 3 times coming through our left side. Eye gaze softly following the fingertips, exhale through, all the way down till our left cheek comes down to the mats. Reach up nice and high and exhale through. Reach up nice and high, and then this last one will stay down a little bit longer. First thing first, reach your right arm up all the way as far as you can. Feel that nice opening of the right shoulder. It's just your arm that's moving, so try not to allow your whole body to then draw forward. Again, getting that nice stretch through our right shoulder this time. And then if you want a little bit more, softly bring your right hand back, take your right hand across your lower back. It either just lies there gently, or if you want a little bit more in that stretch for that right shoulder, bring your right fingertips to that imaginary little left pocket on your hip. And then softly place our right hand down. Send the left arm up nice and high in the air. And then softly lower it down. Walk your hands back to your knees and then softly peel up one vertebrae at a time. A nice little shoulder roll. And then back the other way. And then reach your arms up nice and high in the air. Left hand grabs onto our right wrist and then softly tip yourselves over to the left side. Let that stretch coming down the right side of your waistline. And if you feel like a little bit more, release the left hand. Left hand can come anchored onto your left hip. Or if you feel like you want a little bit more, just let the left arm dangle down, so left fingertips dangle down towards the mat. Keeping that core activated. Pretend your body's in a window frame, so try not to sway forward or swaying back. And then softly bring that left arm up nice and high. Right hand grabs onto left wrist, and let's tip yourselves over to the right side. Eye gaze softly looking at that little nook in our left elbow. Either stay here or you want a little bit more. Right hand comes to our right hip. I want a bit more. Let our right arm just dangle down.
our right hand come up nice and high in the air. And then softly bring the arms down, and then we're going to go for a big circle. Reach the fingertips up and circle the arms back. Reach again. And let's reverse our circle. And one more here. And then softly bring your hands behind your head. Take your elbows to the back of the room. If you can, softly squeezing those shoulder blades together to get a little bit more of a stretch for our upper back. And then softly from here, our elbows come to the front of the room. And then if you'd like, softly bowing your heads. And then team, just let gravity take a hold of you. I don't want you tugging at your necks here. So just softly looking down at our mats. And then back in the opposite direction again. Open the elbows nice and wide. Elbows come to the back of us. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Feel like you'll want a little bit more. Maybe our eye gaze can come looking at the ceiling. Feel like you want a little bit more. Release the hands. Send our hands to the back of us. Squeeze those shoulder blades out a little bit more. Maybe interlock the hands. Feel like we want a little bit more. Curl the toes under, and maybe our fingertips come to our heels. Lift the chest up nice and proud. Maybe we drop our head. Again, too much going on, that's okay. Just come back to that first position. Again, just taking challenges if they feel right. And softly come out of that, flatten your feet, give yourself a nice little shoulder roll, small little circles this time, and then back in the opposite direction. Beautiful, guys. And then from here, we're going to take our right foot forward. So we first start in a nice little right angle position, opening up that rib cage, allowing that breath of air to just nicely flow. Just finding our balance here. And then we're going to play with a little bit of our balance. So we're going to send the arms out nice and long, and then we're softly going to work on that twist, and we're going to twist ourselves over. So now our left fingertips come to the front of the room. I get softly looking at those left fingertips. And then softly take it back. If the twist is too much, we can place our hands onto our waistline, and then we twist again. And then softly take it back. And one more twist. Eye gaze looking at that front hand. Beautiful, guys. And then softly bring your hands back. And then from here, we're going to take this into a nice little side bend. So as we stretch out one side, we'll stretch out the other side. So now, team, what I want you to do, which we will incorporate into our flow in the next little bit of minutes, but we're going to place our right forearm on our right thigh. And then softly from here, find your balance. So you're going to softly place your left hand down onto the floor. Then you're going to pivot your left shin. So now it's to the back of the room. So we're in a modified side stretch. And then incorporating a little bit more balance onto it. Then you're softly going to place your left hand down. You're going to send your right arm up nice and high, and then you're going to send your right leg up nice and high. And then softly from here, we lift up and lower. Lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower. And you've got just 3, 2, and 1. Good job. So if we lower that down, and then pivot yourself back. So send left toes back to the back of our mat. And then we're going to send both hands on the outside of our right foot. And then softly from here, one a little bit more, shimmy that right foot a little bit further. We come a little bit deeper into a lunge. Remembering to breathe. So feel all that goodness coming into our right hip flexor. Then we go for that twist again. Now remember, if you do have blocks or you have a book and you just want to place that underneath your hand here, you can place it underneath your hand if your fingertips can't reach the floor. And then we're going to give ourselves a nice little twist. Send the right fingertips up nice and high. Looking for that little bit more, softly curl the left toes under and we come into that nice long lunge. Then we're going to work on stretching our hamstring out. Softly lower your right hand, and then we're going to take your hands and just softly take them back. Send your right toes up to the ceiling. Again, need those blocks. Have the blocks there. And then walk yourselves back and extend that right leg nice and long. If you're not feeling this in the back of your right leg and you're feeling it more in your back here, then softly just walk yourselves up. Again, need that help with that balance. Have your blocks here or possibly a chair, and we come up nice and high. Beautiful, guys, and then softly walk your right foot back, come up nice and high, and roll those shoulder blades back, and back the other way. Now let's take everything we did on that side, we're taking it into the left side. So left foot takes that step forward, send the arms out nice and wide, relax the shoulders, and then softly give yourself that nice little twist. Right fingertips come to the front, and then we softly take it back. Again, twist this too much because it plays a little bit with your balance. Just place your hands onto your waistline and then do that twist from here. Otherwise, reach those arms up nice and long. Remembering to breathe, not holding your breath. Relax your shoulders. You got one more twist for me. Beautiful, and then softly out, we come out of it. Now, place your left forearm onto your left thigh. Place your right hand down, and then pivot your right bottom part of your right shin. So now your toes are facing the end of the mat, and then we come into this modified side angle that we do in our flow. And then softly working into that left glute, we send our right hand down, send your left arm up nice and high in the air, and then softly lift up your left leg. Again, doesn't have to be too high. If you can't lift up your left leg, just please keep those left toes down on the mat. And want a little bit more challenge, we go for a little legless. Lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower. 3, 2, 1. Good job. Lower yourselves down. Come back to that side. Pivot your right toes to the back of the mat. And then hands come on the outside of your left foot. Shimmy that left foot that little bit further, coming deeper into our left glute for our nice long lunge. Remembering to breathe. And then softly from here, bring your right hand a little bit closer to your left foot. And then if you'd like, go for that nice little twist and send the left fingertips up nice and high in the air. Want that little bit more, softly curl your right toes under, and we come into that nice long lunge. Softly lower your left hand, and we're going to stretch out our left hamstring. Tip yourselves back, lengthen that left leg, send the toes up to the ceiling. If you can, straighten out the leg. If your lower back doesn't like this, hunch over. Softly bring yourself up. And if you can, maybe you straighten that left leg. Again, super tight hamstrings, that's okay. Just keep that knee bent. And then softly walk that left foot back, bring your hands down. Let's give that spine a nice little stretch again. Come through some nice little cat-cows. Good job, team. And then softly we come into our first downward dog. So just keep the hands where they are, open the fingertips nice and wide. Softly curl those toes under, lift the knees up. Flex these, your heels are down onto the mat, and then we're softly pedaling those heels. Good job, gang. And now we're softly going to come into introducing our flow. So we're going to make our way up to the top of our mat. So again, start nice and easy and nice and stable. And again, at any time it gets too much, just lower the knees. Bring the toes together, and we sit in our child's pose. So let's make it up to the top of our mat. Baby steps up to the top of the mat. Once we're there, hands come to our shins. Nice long back, then we softly lower ourselves down. Reach up nice and high. Eye gaze follows the fingertips into our first 10 salutations. Softly lowering ourselves down. Once we lower ourselves down, we take a big step back with our right foot. Pivot the right heel down. Let that right arm circle around, and we come into our warrior two. And then softly from here, windmill. The right arm around. Send the right hand down, left hand down. Slip the left foot back. Come down to our knees, and we softly lower down our plank. So it's our chaturanga. We softly lower ourselves down. Then we come into a cobra, which comes into our upward dog. Curl the toes under, back up to our downward dog. Even ourselves out on the other side, we come up to the top of our mat. Hands come to our shins, nice long back. Softly lower down, lift up nice and high. Sun salutation, softly lower ourselves down. This time our left foot takes a big step back into our warrior two. Let the left hand pivot around. Again, remembering to breathe. Windmill the left hand down to the right foot. Step the right foot back down to our knees. Let those elbows skin the sides of our body as we're softly lowering ourselves down nice and slow. Stay in control. Then we come into a cobra. Upward dog, curl the toes under, and downward dog. Pedal those heels. Taking that break. Okay, team, let's start adding on. So now we'll go into our warrior two, and then we'll come into our reverse warrior, do it on both sides, and then we come back to the spring. So let's meet at the top of our mat. Maybe we're a little bit warmed up, so instead of those baby steps, maybe it's a big step forward. And then hands come to our shins. Lengthen the spine nice and long. Eye gaze looking down at the floor. Softly lower the fingertips down. Lift up nice and high. Come through the center. Softly lower ourselves down into our sun salutation. Once we come down, we take a big step back with that right foot. Pivot the right heel down. Circle around. Warrior two. Sink a little bit lower into that left leg. Softly flip our left hand. And then we come into our reversing. Again, no pressure on that right knee, so just let the right hand just hang out there. windmill the arms around. Left hand comes down, right hand comes down. Step the left foot back, lower down onto the knees. So if we lower ourselves all the way down. Upward dog, curl the toes under. Downward dog, right up to the top of the mat. Hands come to our shins, nice long back, softly lower down. Lift up nice and high, eye gaze follows those fingertips. So if we lower ourselves all the way down. Once we're down, left foot takes that big giant step back, the left heel down. Circle the left arm around, we come into our warrior two. Softly flip our right hand, reverse the warrior. Windmill the arms around, right hand comes down, left hand comes down, step the right foot back, down to our knees, softly lowering ourselves down. We come into cobra, upward dog, curl the toes under, and we take a break here. Good job, guys. Pedal those heels, hang the head. Okay, gang, now we're going to add on. So we're going to come to our warrior two, then we are going to come into our reverse warrior, and then we're going to come into our side bend, which we just did not too long ago. So let's meet at the top of our mat. Maybe a big step, maybe a soft hop. And then hands come to our shins, nice long back, dip down, lift up nice and high. Our gaze follows those fingertips softly. We lower ourselves down. Once we lower ourselves down, take the right foot back, warrior two, lower that right heel down, stay low into our left side, circle around, down nice and low, flip our left hand, reverse the warrior, and now team, we come into that side bend, so now our left arm comes on to our left thigh, reach the right arm outward. Softly lower the right hand, lower the left hand, step the left foot back. We lower down onto our knees. Softly lower ourselves down, come to the middle, up, and then right into the other side. Let's get up to the top of our mat. Hands come to our shins, nice long back, softly lowering ourselves down. Lift up nice and high, eye gaze follows those fingertips. Softly lowering ourselves down. This time the left foot takes a big step back. Keep that left heel down and anchored. Circle the left arm around. We come into our warrior two. Sink that little bit lower. Flip the right hand, reverse the warrior. How are we going, guys? Right forearm, reach over into that side bend. Feel all that goodness coming in. Lower the left hand, lower the right hand, step the right foot back. Maybe we stay up on our toes this time for a little bit more challenge. Or we lower the knees down, softly lower ourselves down. Again, trying not to just drop. Up we come, and we come into our downward dog. Okay, team, we're going to add in some core by starting from the back of our mat. So softly from here, we're going to lift our left foot up nice and high, then lift our left knee up nice and high. And then from there, we're going to come into a plank. Hold that knee. It's like a nice little mountain climber. And then let the left leg swing up nice and high. And then it steps through up to the top of our mat. We pivot the right heel back down, and then we come back to those familiar moves. Circle our right arm around, and we're in our warrior two. Flip the left hand, reverse the warrior. Left arm, left thigh, reach over. Good job, team. Softly lower the right hand, lower the left hand. Let's step that left foot back. So either onto our toes or lower down onto our knees.
Up we go, good job, there we go. Okay, then we send the right leg up nice and high. Bend that right knee. Right heel hovering over your left bum. Then we take it into a single leg plank, like a little mountain climber. Then we sweep the right leg up nice and high, and then let it step all the way up to the top of the mat. Need help with that? Help it out. And then send that left arm down. We circle around. Back to familiar. Warrior two, flip the right hand, reverse it. Right forearm, right thigh, reach over. Breathe, breathe, breathe. We're almost there, guys. Send the left hand down, send the right hand down. Step, our right foot back. Stay on our toes or lower down to our knees softly. We lower ourselves down, up a dog, curl the toes under, and we finish our flow. Good job, gang. Softly lower down onto knees, big toes together. Open those knees nice and wide. Forehead it comes down. Either keep the arms extended out or bring them back down by your sides. Beautiful, guys. Get a sip of water if you need it, and then we're going to come into some nice little bird dogs. So, bird dogs sound like super, super easy, but I want you to challenge yourself. I really want you to focus on tightening your core, lengthening the arms so you feel the lengthening and the stretch, and then lengthening our back legs, straightening our leg out, feeling that extension in our glutes. So let's give ourselves a few cat-cows just to start with. Again, if you need a sip of water before we get rocking and rolling on these guys. And then our knees are that hip distance apart, have the space in between the knees, hands into the floors, and then softly from here, we're going to alternate our arms. Eye gaze stays nice and focused onto our mat, so we're not turning our head side to side. And then we softly reach one arm out, and then softly bring it back down. And then we take the other arm out. When we reach up, how far should you reach up? Try your best to reach your arm up so your bicep comes in line with your ear. Again, as we're reaching up, pretend you have a bar that's across your back, so you're trying not to pivot your trunk. Again, remembering to breathe. One more each side for me, team. Now both hands are down on the mat, and then softly we're going to alternate our legs. So we softly lift up the knee, extend out, send the leg all the way back to the back of our mat, and then softly lower down. And again, lift, 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 reach, 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 bring it back, lower down. Beautiful, guys. One more each side. And then we're going to put it together. So we're going to work on that diagonal. So from here, we're softly going to lengthen your right arm and your left leg. Reach out, hold, hold. And then softly lower down. Extend your left arm and your right leg. On the diagonal, reach out, hold, hold. Softly lower down.
Okay, come back to our starting point. Now from here, we're all gonna keep our right arm up and our left leg. We're gonna reach out nice and long, and then softly we're gonna lift up an inch and lower an inch. Lift up an inch and lower an inch. Have that distance between your left ear and your left shoulder. Try not to sink into that side. And then hold that there nice and long. Now let our right arm comes out to the right and our left leg comes out to the left. So just away from our body line. It doesn't have to go far. Reach across, bring it back in. Reach across, bring it back in. Too much, lower the leg. Now hold out there. Now, if you can, tap our right elbow to our left knee underneath our belly button. And extend out nice and long. And then we go for that tap, tap. And reach out. A few more. Tap. And extend out. One more. Tap. Hold the extension. Reach. Reach. Left leg a little bit higher. Reach. Reach. And then softly lower down. Let's give ourselves a nice little child's pose before we balance ourselves out on the other side. Gentle rock side to side. Soft bob of your head. Beautiful, guys. Come back up into that starting position again. Wrists are in line with the shoulders, knees are in line with the hips. This time our left arm is coming out and our right leg is coming out. Reach out. Hold, hold, and we lift up an inch and lower. Lift up and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Now hold it there. Reach, hold, hold. Left arm comes out to the left, right leg comes out to the right, and back to the center. Away and back in. Away and back in. Almost there. Away and back in. Let's finish the last one. Hold out there, hold out there. Left elbow, right knee, tap. And reach out. And then we tap. Feel everything working. Reach out. Creating that balance and stability. Couple more. One more tap, hold extension, reach, 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 and softly lower down. Good job, everyone. Come into that nice little child's pose. Either keep the arms out, extended out nice and long, or just place them down by your sides. Good job, again. Softly pop yourselves up. Extend the legs out nice and long. Roll the shoulders back and then softly send your left leg out to the side. Bring your right foot into the inside. Send on your bum, send the arms out nice and high, and then softly pivot over towards that left leg. Take an inhale in, and we exhale. Reach over nice and long. Relax the shoulders. And then up again, reach up nice and high. And then this time drop your left arm in the inside of your left leg and reach over nice and long. My flex is, if that top hand can reach your toes, go for it. I guess again looking in that little dip. And then softly bring it back. Right hand comes down to our side. And then we're going to bend our right leg. So our right knee is in line, left knee is in line with our right foot, and reach over nice and long. Feel like you want a little bit. Whoops. Testing the music out. Oops. Reach over nice and long. Getting everything back in order for you guys. And then softly lower yourselves down. Send the legs out nice and long. Give yourself a nice little shake out this time. Right leg comes to the side. Left foot into the center. Reach up nice and high. Softly pivot and exhale over. And then softly take it back. Right hand slides down the inside of your right leg. Send the left arm up nice and high and up and over. Maybe those fingertips can touch your toes. Tight hamstrings, just bend the knee. Softly take your left hand down. Bend the right leg. Lift up the right arm up nice and high. And a little bit more. Lift up, extend the leg. So if you lower yourselves down, extend yourself to the length of your mat, and then softly roll down one vertebrae at a time. And then guys, from here, just giving that spine a nice little stretch out with our nice little hip bridges. So again, just listen to my cues. I just want your head, your eye direction to face the ceiling the whole time. So this is a part where I don't want you to turn. So just listen to my directions. Feet are planted down onto the floor. We softly come into our hip bridge by softly lifting up your bum. And getting that nice stretch in our lower back. Maybe close your eyes if you feel like closing your eyes. If you like a little bit more, tuck our hands underneath and interlock them by curling your shoulders under. Bum lifts up that little bit higher. And then feel like you want a little bit more. Walk your feet a little bit closer to your bum. And then come onto your tiptoes, just lifting the hips up that little bit higher. And then softly lower the heels, unclasp the hands, untuck the shoulders, and then just melt down into your mats. Hug your knees into your chest, gentle rock side to side. And then from here, keep your left knee into your chest, extend your right leg out nice and long. Elbows come nice and wide. We take an inhale in, and with our exhale, softly take our left knee now all the way over to the right side. Open your arms nice and wide. Turn your head to look over towards your left hand. And then softly come back to the center. Extend your left leg nice and long, drop the arms down, then hug your right knee into your chest. Take an inhale in, and with our exhale, take our right knee now all the way over to the left side. Again, can't touch the floor, that's okay, just keep it up there in the air. Maybe it's just your big toe touches. And then reach out nice and long again, giving that little bit more of those twisties, feeling like your torso is a wet towel, so you feel that nice little ringing, feeling all that goodness. Again, turn your head to look over towards your right hand if you can. Beautiful, guys, and then softly come into the center, extend your legs nice and long, put your arms into a comfortable position, and please enjoy a few minutes of relaxation. Again, you can be in any position you want. Arms can be down, arms can be out, knees can be in. Again, if you want to put a layer of clothes on, put a layer of clothes on. And then we're just going to lie here for a few minutes. Again, if you want to just stop me because I'll take you out of this little relaxation. And then just softly just fast forwarding ourselves, softly wiggling your toes, gently rolling your ankles, gently brush your thumb against your fingertips. Extend your arms up nice and high above your head. Take a beautiful inhale in, and with our exhale, softly bring our arms down by your sides, bending your knees, bringing heels nice and close to your bums. And softly let your knees tip to the front of the room in a fetal position, and just taking that front hand to softly push yourselves up. Cross our ankles or extend the legs out nice and long. Reach up nice and high. Softly bowing your heads as our hands come to our heart center. Eye gaze looking at the fingertips, softly lifting up. And namaste, guys. Well done. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure doing these classes with you, and looking forward to seeing you guys in the gym soon. So again, this will still be in the libraries of the bank, so you can always pop these up. But thank you guys so much, and I'll see you soon. Have a great day. Thank you.